Welcome dear students. My dear students, today our topic is exercise 7.2. Here we shall discuss various methods of integration. First of all, in integration, the methods of integration, we have first method, integration by substitution. Number 2, integration by using partial fractions. Number 3, integration by parts. Here in exercise 7.2 we are going to discuss only integration by substitution. So this is the part of this video class today we are going to discuss. First of all, introduction, integration by substitution. In this section, we consider the method of integration by substitution. The given integral f of x can be transformed into another form by changing the independent variable x to t by substituting x is equal to g of t. So, consider the integral I is equal to f of x dx. If we put here x is equal to g of t, so what happens now? Dx upon dt is equal to g dash t, differentiating this function with respect to t. So next is taking this denominator to the right hand side, this becomes dx is equal to g dash t into dt. Therefore, this I integral is transformed into integration f of x dx is equal to f of, in place of x we are putting here g of t. Thereafter, in place of dx we are putting g dash t dt. This change of variable formula is one of the important tools available to us in the name of integration by substitution. It is often important to guess what will be the useful substitution. Usually we make a substitution by for a function whose derivative also occurs in the integrand as illustrated in the following examples. So first of all, the very first example, integrate the following functions with respect to x. We are going to discuss only first part, sine of m of x. Here what is the solution? We know that derivative of m of x is m. So this is known to us, derivative of m of x is m. Thus we make the substitution m of x is equal to t. So according to the condition, this is the it is often important to guess what will be the useful substitution. So here mx, we know the substitution, the derivative of this is m. Okay, we make a substitution for a function whose derivative also occurs in the integrand. So here now integrand becomes sine of m of x dx is equal to 1 upon m sine of t into dt, because when mx is equal to t, so m into dx is equal to dt. So dx becomes dt, and here we have m is divided here. So finally, what is the integration of sine t? This is minus cos t. 1 upon m is constant, so minus 1 upon m, the value t's original value is mx. So final answer is minus 1 upon m cos of mx plus c. Now we are going to discuss the questions of the exercise. Integrate the functions in exercises 1 to 37. So this is our question number 1. This way final last 37 question and 2 multiple choice questions are also given here. So let us start with first question. What is this? Integrate the functions 2x upon 1 plus x square. This is the first question. Dear students, this is question number 1. Integrate 2x upon 1 plus x square dx. So before proceeding, we should have the knowledge what is integration of f dash x upon f of x dx? This is equal to log of f of x plus c. Mean to say this is the quotient function. In quotient function, numerator is the derivative of denominator. So here in this question, f of x is equal to 1 plus x square. So what we can do, its derivative f dash x is equal to derivative of 1 is 0, the derivative x square is 2x. So this question becomes like this. So finally, what is the answer? The answer will be I is equal to, according to this, log of f of x, which is 1 plus x square plus c. So another method how to solve this question, we have I is equal to 2x upon 1 plus x square dx. So put denominator 1 plus x square equal to t. So derivative differentiating with respect to t, this is 2x into dx upon dt is equal to 1. That means dx is equal to dt upon 2x. So this I becomes 2x upon 1 plus x square mean t, dx mean dt upon 2x. Now this 2x denominator numerator, this is same, so get cancelled. So we are left with integration 1 upon t dt. So this is equal to log of t plus c. Original value of t is log of, what is t? T is 1 plus x square plus c. So this is the answer to the question. Our next question is I is equal to log of x whole square upon x. So here what we substitute, put log of x is equal to t. Therefore differentiating now, log x derivative is 1 upon x dx is equal to dt. That means dx is equal to x into dt. So what happens here, this is equal to integration log of x mean t whole square divide x into dx mean x into dt. So there is now x in the numerator, x in the denominator get cancelled. So we are left with t square into dt. So what is the integration of t square? According to the rule x raised to power n dx, integration is x power n plus 1 upon n plus 1 plus c. So we follow this rule now to find the integration of t square. This becomes 2 plus 1 3 upon 3 plus c. The original value of t is log of x. So final answer becomes log of x whole power 3 upon 3 plus c. Question number 3, 1 upon x plus x into log of x. Here this can be written as integration 1 upon, taking x common, we have 1 plus log of x into dx. Now put here this whole bracket in the denominator, 1 plus log of x equal to t. So what happens, differentiating now with respect to t, one derivative is 0, log of x mean 1 upon x, dx is equal to dt. That means dx is equal to x into dt. So accordingly here integral a becomes 1 upon x into this whole bracket is converted into t, dx becomes x into dt. So now this x get cancelled, we are left with 1 upon t dt. So what is the integration, log of t plus c is equal to log of, what is original value of t, this is 1 plus log x, 1 plus log of x plus c. Our next question, question number 4, sine of x into sine of cos of x. So this is the problem here. So what is, now to substitute, put this bracket cos of x equal to t. Differentiating with respect to x, derivative of cos of x is minus sine of x into dx is equal to dt. So that means dx is equal to dt divide minus sine of x. So now this integrand becomes sine of x into sine of cos x mean t, dx mean dt divide minus sine of x. So now again this sine x in numerator denominator get cancelled, we are left with sine of t into dt minus sine outside. So what is the integration of sine t, this is minus cos t plus c. Now minus into minus plus cos, the original value of t is cos of x plus c. This is final answer. Question number 5, I is equal to sine of ax plus b cos of ax plus b. So what we do now, put any one function, suppose sine of ax plus b, suppose this is equal to t. Differentiating with respect to x, the derivative of sine is cos ax plus b. Because of chain rule, again derivative of ax plus b is a into dx is equal to dt. So what we can write here, dx is equal to dt divide a into cos of ax plus b. So here given integral becomes I is equal to sine of ax plus b is equal to t now, cos into cos of ax plus b into dx mean dt divide a into cos of ax plus b. So again we see this cos of ax plus b, cos of ax plus b get cancelled, we are left with now t upon a into dt. because a is constant, taking 1 upon a outside, integration of t is t square upon 2 plus c. So this way 1 upon 2a, original value of t is sine square of ax plus b whole divide 2a plus c is the final answer. In question number 6, I is equal to integration square root of ax plus b. Now this third is the great problem for us. So let us put the whole question, the whole function square root of ax plus b equal to t. It means ax plus b is equal to t square. Now this means differentiating with respect to x, a into dx is equal to 2t into dt. So that means dx is equal to 2t upon a into dt. This way now we have integration, this whole term is considered equal to t into this dx mean 2t upon a into dt. So now what is there? This is equal to 2 upon a is the constant. So we are left with t into t. This is t square into dt. Now what is the integration of t square? Taking this 2 upon a outside, the integration of t square is t3 upon 3 plus c. Finally 2 upon 3a, the original value of t is ax plus b. So this is written as ax plus b whole raised to power 3 upon 2 plus c.